Is it icky, sleazy, slimy, gross, crusty, musty, rusty, dusty to guarantee results as a course creator, as a consultant, as a coach? Find out how we manage this in Authentic Selling on Authentic Selling TV. All right, y'all, so results, let's talk about them. Can you guarantee them? Is it icky, sleazy, slimy, gross, crusty, musty, rusty, dusty to do so? And let's be honest. I mean, in an industry, if you're in the online world where people guarantee results all the time and it's complete and utter bullshit, how do you stay so far away from that? How do you make sure that you don't become that person? Those are questions I had to answer for my business. Those are questions I had to answer years ago. And that what I put into place still works. I'm weird about results, y'all. You want them, I want you to get them. In a way that probably has a lot to do with fear of disappointing you, but it serves you well. Until I work that out in therapy, it serves you super well. So, can you guarantee results? Now, I know what some of you are thinking, no, because it's up to the customer to implement, right? So, this is not a Shope sales story week, but we're going to insert a Shope sales story here. Except I really shouldn't call it a Shope sales story because this is completely made up. So this is a wannabe Shope sales story. And it's going to illustrate exactly what you think if you believe, yeah, but the customer, I can't make my customer do anything. You're right, you can't. So let's say that you sell lawnmowers, okay? Why lawnmowers? I don't know, because I got this idea from Romeo and Juliet, the cartoon. Yeah, sure did. So let's say you sell lawnmowers and Paul comes in and says, I need a lawnmower. I want the most up-to-date lawnmower, the most expensive. I want it to practically mow my yard for me. Like, I hate mowing the yard, okay? So I want one that practically mows it for me. And Kendrick, the salesperson, says, oh my God, Paul, you're in luck. Because we literally have this amazing lawnmower called the Lawnmower 5000 that will literally mow your yard. It'll mow your yard for you. You don't have to get hot. You don't have to get sweaty. You can go in and be with your husband, Chris, and y'all can just enjoy the day, and Paul is going to mow the yard for you. Okay. 6 weeks later, Paul comes back. It's like, I want a refund on that $10,000 lawnmower. It's like, gosh, really? Nobody else asked for a refund. What have I done wrong here? How did I not deliver results? Remember, this is a made-up story. And Paul said, my yard is up to my knees. I thought it was going to mow my yard for me. And I said, okay, well, what happened when you turned it on? And Paul says, you mean I have to turn it on? What's the point here? The lawnmower would have worked if Paul had done the work by turning the freaking thing on, right? And I know that that's the same with our customers, right? If you do the work, it should work for you, but there's a loophole here. And there's a loophole that's been in our industry for years that sucks, which we just assume as consultants, course creators, coaches, that if it didn't work, you didn't do the work, right? It's gaslighting. That's what it is. Oh, well, it worked for everybody else. So our vision for authentic selling is I want you to make money and I want me to make money. And I don't hit that vision if I'm like, oh yeah, too bad, so sad, you're caught in that loophole. Because you're not making money. You are not focused on the freedom that you want to create. You're mad because you took a course that didn't deliver. So here's what I decided to do in Authentic Selling University, and you can borrow it. It works. First thing Authentic Selling University students are asked to do is tell me the top 3 things you want to get from this investment. When you leave, what are the top 3 things you need to have gotten to make this a good investment? And I read them. And, if somebody puts Facebook ads on there, we shoot them an email and say, hey, thanks so much. We don't teach Facebook ads. And so I'm happy to, we'll give you a refund. We'll work it out. And also, would you tell us where in the copy that you felt misled about getting Facebook ads? That rarely happens, by the way. But we check all of the submissions to make sure that ASU will deliver what it's supposed to deliver. And then and I encourage students, I say, come to me. Tell me if it doesn't work. I'll coach you. Had a customer from this last round of Authentic Selling University. She said, Kendrick, I did everything you told me to do. And I knew she did. She showed up for every tutor time. She said, it's not working yet. I said, okay, great. I'll coach you for free. And I did. And guess what? It's working now. That's how much I know authentic selling will work. So when you tell me those top 3 things, the first thing I do if somebody says it's not working is go back and look at what their top 3 things were they wanted to get out of ASU. Then I said, let's hop on the phone. And so you wanted to learn how your customers can find you. And that's not working for you. Okay, so we cover this in lesson whatever. Just tell me where you're stuck. Tell me where you're confused. Right? It tells you right where to go. I'm not trying to catch somebody in a loophole. Oh my gosh, that is so Southern. I am not trying to catch somebody in a loophole. I genuinely want to know. It tells me where to lead the conversation. You wanted to get ABC. Here's where I taught ABC. Show me where you've turned the lawnmower on and let's fix it. It's not about saying, oh, you didn't do the work. Now, if you don't do the work, so if you want to increase your visibility, right, that's one of the things you want to do, and you have done none of the stuff in ASU, on that phone call, we're going to have, some different conversations about where did you get stuck, why didn't you do the things. But I would say 100% of our students have done the work. And so where in this do you feel stuck? I had somebody say one year, I wanted to learn how to host a webinar. I hosted a webinar and it didn't work. I said, okay, how long is the webinar? She said 2 hours. I said, okay, let's hop on and watch the webinar together. And we did for 2 hours. And then I said, okay, I know what you did, what we need to tweak. The minute I told her, she was like, oh, you're right. I see that now. That's how invested I am in your success. So you can do immediately what are the top 3 things you want to get. With private clients, I will say what are the top 3 things you want to get, and then we check back in on those things. Are we making progress towards those? Yes or no? Life coaches, you can do this. Maybe it's 1 thing, maybe it's 3 things, maybe it's 5 things. But ask your customer. It's also great research. What do you want to get? And then make damn sure they get what they're supposed to get. That's how we promise results at Authentic Selling University. So is promising results icky, sleazy, slimy, gross, crusty, musty, rusty, dusty? I don't think it is. I think it helps me help customers who struggle. Now, there was a part 1 of this video about finding your purpose, and we're going to link that below. And when you do these 2 things, you have metrics that you're tracking, right? Metrics that you can check back in with to make sure that your customer is on track. It's not about you. It's not about you not delivering. It's making sure the customer is retaining the information, making sure that the customer knows to turn the lawnmower on, right? It's about protecting you as much as it is the customer. That is the tactical and practical. But the feel-good part of it is what we did in step 1. And that's how we feel good about promising results. Every year when I launch ASU, somebody writes in and says, there's no way those testimonials are real. And I am so proud when somebody does that, when I've got somebody doing that, because it means what I believe about ASU. We get better results than anybody in the industry. And tangible, because we help you find customers, close customers, and create freedom in your life, or give you the tools to make more money so you can create freedom in your life. That's what our testimonials say. So when somebody writes in and they're like, there's no way these are true, I'm like, okay, not my person. And yay, we're doing what we're supposed to do, right? So I can assure you right here today, whether you're considering Authentic Selling University or not, I can assure you that if you join ASU, and ASU isn't even on sale right now, by the way, so I'm not trying to pitch you, but if you join ASU or when you join ASU and fill out those 3 things, we're going to look at them. We're going to make sure that you get them. And if for some reason the content, the tactical, the tangible doesn't work for you, all you got to do is reach out to me and I will hop on with you and I will help you figure it out. So, is promising results icky, sleazy, slimy, gross? Not in my world. Helps you get what you want, helps me get what I want, and protects us all. That's a win-win-win. That's what we call it in sales. I believe in you and I believe in your business. Subscribe below, y'all. Ring that bell. Ring that bell, because some things are too good to get rid of, even with Kendrick 2.0. Bye, y'all.